Now, in every great life, Giovanni, there is a moment that comes to define you, and I think that moment of crisis that forced you to dig deep and establish who you really are came for you on September 11th, 2001. We were together that day, and a call came from American Airlines to advise us that one of their aircrafts had crashed into one of the Twin Towers. Turning the TV on, we watched that day in horror as the two towers collapsed and other planes crashed in the Pentagon and in the fields of Pennsylvania. We did not sleep that night as we understood what this would mean for the world and for an airline-owned travel startup. We were asking people to enjoy traveling and flying the world, and we could not do that anymore during those weeks. So as the marketing and sales director of Opodo, I realized with you that we had to radically change our strategy if we were to survive what came to be the total collapse of air travel in the following months. I also knew what you were thinking that day, what to do now, what is next for the industry, what can I do for the industry. 2 weeks later, you received a phone call from the Delta Airlines CEO, Leo Mullins, who was then chairman of IATA. He asked you to join the organization and revive the industry. Most large US airlines had filed for Chapter 11 and nobody wanted to fly. In fact, we couldn't even pay people to fly during those days. If you were to become the CEO of IATA, you had one non-negotiable condition: to have total operational autonomy. A condition that would give you the freedom to do what had to be done. The monumental task of leading and transforming an industry going through its worst period in history. IATA in the early 2000s was, as Giovanni explains in his book, a dusty cave, dark and full of creatures afraid of the light of day. It was a bureaucratic organization. And despite this metaphorical Lord of the Rings type picture, Giovanni saw the crisis and the challenges as an opportunity, and the restructuring required as a chance to forever change the aviation industry for the better.